Hello! This week we are talking Age of Darkness, Daily Boost, and getting started in VO with a special guest for as long as she stays on my lap. Do you want to come on up? Oh, here you go. Look at that face. And this is what's happening at the tavern. She was very unimpressed by that. So it's been a long day, and it's kind of a short week in terms of the work that I'm pushing forward on my own stuff. So I'll try and keep this brief for you all. Don't want to ramble on for too long. Oh, there we go. We lost our visitor, but I'm still covered in cat hair. Every time, every time. So yeah, so what's happening this week? Well, work's continuing on Age of Darkness, which is it's a delight and an honor to work on. Every time I communicate with the team, I try and reinforce the fact that I just feel so grateful to be a part of all of that. It's just delightful, helping sculpt. Just getting rid of the cat hair on my legs now. Yeah, helping sculpt something that is such an incredible experience. Yeah, it's just wonderful. So yeah, that's going to be taking up some time. We've got a recording session for that this week. On the tail end of managing another casting call, which has gone really well. Daily Boost this week, got an update that's out and live now. I'm really happy with the improvement that's making to that particular skill. When I commissioned the amazing Jen Reuter last year to put together a bunch of skill icons, there are a bunch of more complex experiences that I have in my mind that I want to get to, but I'm realizing more and more that there is just such value to be found in making sure that I really do craft the best experience I can out of simpler experiences before moving on to more complex ones. And that's why the next thing that we're going to be doing is actually the next two skills that I'm going to be working on with a real focus are going to be, one is called Gate Hack, which is a skill that I put together when I was first tinkering around with Alexa skills, and it's kind of been neglected in the meantime. And so I'm going to push that forward because I've got some ideas about what that could be, and I'm really keen to see how that'll work out. I want to give that some love, and that'll be a chance to get back into some sound design as well. And then Tavern Blackjack has been existing as a Discord bot for a while, and I want to push that out to be an Alexa skill properly as well. And that's pretty minimal from a code perspective. So it should be pretty straightforward for me to get that out there. Well, no, there'll be some work involved, but I'm looking forward to doing that. And then putting the voiceover, the full sort of sound design experience around all of that, because that's where I see the real value in that being. So yeah, I'm excited to get to the more complex stuff, but I'm trying to make sure that I eat my veggies with these simpler skills, because it really helps, first of all, evolving the total code base of everything that we've got here at Tavern of Voices for Alexa skills, and second of all, it means that basically I'm looking at principles like personalization, like voice profiles, that sort of thing. There's a whole host of things that Alexa skills can support that it's really good to get an understanding of. And the easiest way to do that is with simpler skills. And so even with Daily Boost, like, I know what the next few things are I want to do with that, but I'm going to hold off on that for the moment and just be happy with the update that's out there. I've got to make sure that the Discord bot is up and running again as well. Yeah, and if folks want Daily Boost, if they want to have the Discord bot in their server, they're more than welcome to. I'll pop the link again on this video. Other than that, the Getting Started in VO video went live this week. One of the most common questions that I think any practitioner gets asked is from people who are interested in entering the field, how do I get started? And one of the things that I've always struggled with that conversation is that people come sometimes with, they find a practitioner, they find someone who has found their path, and then come before them and say, look, how do I get started? And they haven't necessarily invested the time in the elementary questions. And I'm not saying this in terms of don't ask me questions if you haven't done your homework, but it's a disservice to them, because if you're getting someone's time for a limited period of time, the best way you can make use of that is understanding what are the questions I want to ask, what are the real high value, the real high protein questions that I want to ask that are going to get me the maximum benefit. And so I've put together an updated version of a video I put together a while back because I wasn't happy with the earlier version of it. It was put together it was a very rudimentary video, and it had audio syncing issues, that sort of thing. And all that stuff can distract from the fundamental message. So that video is live again. The link will be down on the page for wherever it is that you are seeing this, most likely on YouTube, but it might be Facebook as well, might be LinkedIn. And so yeah, that's just there to help people consider what are the elementary fundamental questions that I should be thinking through. And so then if folks do come forward for a conversation, then it provides more value to them. So yeah, so that's out this week. And the social media manager for Tavern of Voices continues to be such an incredible asset. They are doing just amazing work, and I'm so happy to have them on board because it means that, the stuff's actually getting out there. Because before that, I've struggled to find the time adjacent to the work to actually do all of that social media stuff. So they're continuing to do just amazing work. One thing I wanted to share with you as well, because I know when I've done newsletters in the past, which is something I really need to get back to when newsletter list is very neglected. But I always took pains to share something personal, and so I wanted to talk about something personal that's been helping me recently. My partner gave me the super generous gift of a box set of the complete series of Mork and Mindy, which is a series that is really dear to my heart. I have a really fond memory, which I'd shared with her about watching an entire season of that while I was on holidays at university because I wasn't working at the time, and so had the benefit of being able to stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning. If folks remember free-to-air television and how it would often have these gems of programming just put at these completely obscure, completely inaccessible times, unless you had a VCR, or nowadays, I guess, you've got like you've got a digital video recorder, you're just going to DVR it. But I stayed up and I would stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning and watch Mork and Mindy. And I love that show. It's a show that has just an amazing amount of heart to it, and there's a lot going on in that show. And so one of the things that I've been doing is at the end of each day, and I'm going to be doing it tonight as well, at the end of each day I've been sitting down and I've been watching an episode of Mork and Mindy to end the day with some positivity, to reconnect with some innocence and some happiness and some joy, and also some thoughtfulness in there as well. I want to get back to, when I have the time, I want to get back to a mindfulness practice that I'd been doing a while back, which was gratitude, really just celebrating gratitude at the end of the day as well. But I'm not quite there yet. So in the meantime, yeah, watching Mork and Mindy, just finding something at the end of the day that is just for me and connects with some values that are important to me. That's been really helping. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Might be useful, might not be, but yeah. So that's it for this week. Down on 8 minutes or thereabouts. So like I said, I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and hopefully I've achieved that. What's happening at the tavern this week? Age of Darkness, daily boost updates are out there, pushing out more video content as well. That's it from me. Stay safe, stay well. Life is still a lot out there at the moment, and I hope that everything is going well in your neck of the woods. Reach out and say hi. I'd love to hear what's happening with you. Talk to you again soon.